Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, for today's video, we'll be taking a look at the cut Halo 2 mission called Moonbase, which was recently released by the Digsite team. And in their Digsite release, it's also called M1 Exploration. So, this mission, it's actually a very interesting mission, because it's kind of been talked about before. You might have heard about it. I think there's like a 343 live stream where they explored some old builds of Halo 2, and there were some references to the Moonbase mission, and we've never really gotten to see it until now, let alone like play it. So this mission, as the name implies, is set on some kind of moon, and you can see the gravity is also like much lower, and it's actually pretty cool because you don't really get to see this in many games where you have like somewhat realistic gravity on other planets or moons. So it's actually kind of cool to play like this. I know, like on a mission Cairo Station, you do have reduced gravity when you're in space, but that's like the only time that's ever used. And like I in Halo Reach, I think that's also like low gravity is used like one more time, but also like briefly. So it's not used very often. So it's pretty cool to see like a whole mission where it's kind of used quite extensively. So I'm not actually sure where this takes place. I don't think it's like our moon, like Earth's moon, but it does seem to be some kind of moon. But it could be anywhere. I don't really know if there's any lore behind this because this was a pre-release cut mission, so it's not technically like officially part of the lore or anything. But anyways, the objective of this mission is you start on the surface of the moon and you make your way into this Forerunner facility, or at least it seems like it. And once you're inside, it's actually very dark, and there's no power. The elevator switches and stuff, they don't work. There's no lights or anything. You have to use your flashlight for quite a bit, and your objective is to basically make your way further down. And this is a pretty big facility. There's a lot of like doors, hallways, and it can be easy to get lost sometimes. Hence why I guess the mission is called exploration, because it's I wouldn't say it's like open world, but it's a really big open area with a lot of areas to explore. So that's probably where the exploration part comes from. But in the game files, it is called Moonbase though. Anyways, so once you're in this room, your objective now is to basically kill the enemies in this room. And once you've killed enough of them, that door over there will open up, and more enemies will come through. So this part, I mean, because this mission is like in a really like early pre-release state, there's no like dialogue, there's no mission objective markers or anything like that. So you kind of basically have to figure out how the mission works on your own, or you could watch my walkthrough here that we're doing. But yeah, there's really like nothing to really tell you like what to do. So it is a figure it out for yourself kind of mission. At least it's in that kind of state. I mean, there are some checkpoints, so you're not totally like screwed if you if you die. You don't have to like restart the entire mission. But that's basically it for like normal like Halo campaign stuff. The rest of the stuff, like I said, dialogue and everything, objective markers and objective text, there none of it exists on this. But it's not too hard to figure it out. Eventually, you'll find your way if you don't want to like follow this guide. But it's quite simple, really. You just gotta keep finding the path to make your way down. Sometimes it's easy to get turned around or walk around in circles, or you might not realize that you have to kill all the enemies in a certain room. So if you're kind of like speed running this on your first try, you probably will make that mistake a couple times. Anyways, once you get to this room now, at the bottom of this room, it's another area where you have to kill all the enemies again. And once you've killed the initial wave here, more enemies will spawn and drop down, and you just gotta kill those enemies too. And it's I mean, ammo. There's no like other UNSC weapons inside here, as far as I can tell. So you have to like you probably want to pick up some Covenant weapons on the way, because you'll probably run out of your BR and SMG ammo. Anyways, once you've killed all the enemies here, the lights will come on and the gravity will be set to normal. Basically, the artificial gravity gets activated. So now you can't just jump higher anymore. You have to take the elevator to make your way up. And that means that elevator switches are also now functional too. So now you can activate elevators and ride them up or down the facility. But right now, if you're just interested in doing the mission with no exploration, just the main objective, just keep following this guide and take these specific route and elevators. So yeah, just keep making your way through. There will be some enemies you encounter, but you don't have to kill them. Uh, but I mean, you can if you want to. But just keep taking the elevators, making your way back up. Right now, you want to head back to that main room that you were in, where you had to kill all the enemies to open that door where more enemies came through. That is where you want to go. But this path will take you to this room here, where there's gonna be like another switch in one of the rooms that are coming up, and you're gonna want to hit that switch. But we're not quite there yet. It's a bit of a long walk back. There's not too many enemies you'll encounter on the way back, but you won't encounter some dark areas again where you need your flashlight probably. But yeah, just keep making your way up. There's a few elevators you gotta take. It like I said, not too much resistance, but once you're at this part, we're almost there. So just clear out the enemies here, and then we're going to make our way to this next room. Now you're gonna want to be a little bit careful. If depending on how quick you are here, there is a zealot that spawns, and if you're not careful, that zealot will catch you off guard. So just keep an eye out for that zealot, and you can grab the sword if you want, but once you kill that zealot, there's not too many enemies left after this point. But just come over here, hit the switch, and you'll open the other door inside the this room. So once you open that door, just make your way downstairs. It's actually interesting because I'm pretty sure that's like a UNSC door in here, even though this facility looks more Forerunner. So it's an interesting choice. But anyways, once you've come down here, you finish the mission, and that's basically it. And the mission just ends. And well, you get sent back to the main menu, and there's nothing really else after that point. But yeah, so there you guys have it. That is the Moonbase mission, or the M1 exploration mission that was released by the Digsite team. Hopefully you guys found this video interesting. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Leave your thoughts in the comments. What do you think of this cut campaign mission? Would you have liked to see it in the final game? But aside from that, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.